In a world where dreams meet reality, there exists a place where your business can flourish. That place is Shopify. Imagine having the power to craft your online store with tools that make it as easy as a gentle breeze. Whether you're an artisan of handmade wonders, a creator of digital treasures, or a curator of the latest trends, Shopify stands by your side. With its customizable templates, seamless integrations, and support that's always there, your dream store is just a heartbeat away. Join millions of visionaries around the globe and let Shopify guide you on your journey. Visit roguemedianetwork.com/Shopify. That's roguemedianetwork.com/SHOPIFY. And embark on your free trial. Shopify, where your commerce dreams come to life.
Most bankers aren't ready to help you until after their third cup of coffee. But with Central National Bank's after-hours service, you don't have to wait for the bank lobby to open to get help. You can contact us from 6 to 8:30 in the morning or from 5 to 10 in the evening, and we'll connect you to a real, live, local person who can answer questions and fix problems 7 days a week. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Central Texas Life with Ann Harder presents Central Texas Events.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Texas Events. And man, is there a fun event coming up on Thursday the 11th, and it is the monthly Stars Over Texas Jamboree.
It is correct. Correctamundo.
Correctamundo. We have Johnny Bradshaw. Of course, you're founder of the Stars Over Texas Jamboree and host.
One of the founders. There's several of them. Terry Roller and Jim Guest. Andy Thomas was in the initial, and now of course Ralph Sparks.
Oh yeah, of course. Sparks. Well, it's been around for how many seasons now?
We're about to do next week will be our 153rd monthly show.
Okay.
So we're looking at about 14 years coming up. Then you have that COVID break.
Yeah, right.
COVID break.
Well, I remember you coming up on your 100th, so it's been a few since. And Buddy Edwards.
Yes, ma'am.
With the Morticians.
That's right.
And is this the first time the Morticians has played on this show?
It is. We're excited.
I'm excited. When I saw that,
we're looking forward to it. Yes.
High time, because locally there's not another oldies band that can hold a candle to the Morticians.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we've been around over 40 years now. I mean, this band, the original band started in 1965.
Now, you were an original?
I was not in the original
You
band.
were not an original.
I was a groupie of the original band.
Of course.
Richfield High School.
And I was a competitor, and we didn't do very well against the Morticians and
and
Knightsbridge Quintet and all
so
that.
You've both had these high school bands that started up. But now, Johnny, your history is wonderful in that you started the Knightsbridge, and then some other successful bands as well.
I knew the Knightsbridge. My band I had at that time was the King Bees. Henry Veselka, Jerry Veselka, Ronnie Veselka, Kenneth Veselka, and Johnny Bradshaw.
I remember the Veselkas. Yeah, they're
4 Riker students and a China Springs guy.
Well, and the Starlights, right?
In 1969, I was asked by Kenneth Veselka. He talked to the other people. They needed a drummer. Their drummer's off in Vietnam, and I was a college student at that time. And I started playing drums with the Starlights. And then it became the Starlights a few years later, featuring Phil Duckett.
Yeah, great. All names that we're familiar with. But let's talk about the show. This is going to be Thursday, the 11th, at 7 o'clock at Lee Lockwood Library and Museum, as always.
That is correct. 2801 West Waco Drive.
And tickets are available at the door, I presume.
Sure they are. We have not sold out since COVID, but we've had some pretty decent crowds.
Good crowds, yeah.
You can go to Eventbrite, BRITE.com to select your seats. Mm-hmm. You can get them. You can drive down there and talk to Brenda any day of the week during the day and get your tickets there, or wait till the night of the show.
Well, and what's good, it's easy to park, easy to get in. It's a wonderful facility.
When we were first introduced to that location, we were looking at the Lion's Den as a possible location. Then we were made aware. I knew the building was there. You can't miss that building. Next to Kim's, close to Kim's, my favorite place to go eat. Mm-hmm. And we were told that they had an auditorium in there, and it's like a theater seating, 335 padded seats, big stage. It was just a great place, right in the middle of Waco, great parking. So we think it's the best. It's still the best place for us.
Of course, the morticians have played all over. Speaking of the Lion's Den, I know I've seen you many times at the
Been
Lion's Den.
there on a number of occasions.
Number of occasions, and so let's talk a little bit about this iteration. Of your girl singer still.
Lorna Wilhelm.
Lorna Wilhelm,
yeah, Lorna.
And you have fabulous singer and some of the other bandmates.
Alan Smith is our lead vocalist. And
Unchained Melody is what he has to sing for me.
Yeah. So Alan's been with us since 1990. And
I don't doubt that.
He's been quite a while. Jerry Eccles, talking about the Nice Bridge Quintet, is the drummer. And he's been with us for quite a number of years, since about 87 or so. Yeah. Mark McKethan is our bass player, and again, they're all these long-term people. We're real lucky. Been with us since '96. He also does some lead vocals, and then Clark Nauert, lead guitar, and he is a professor in the School of Music at MCC, and is a marvelous musician. We come together and we play all these old music, all these old songs, and it's a delight for us, and we hope that individuals still enjoy listening to the 60s.
So. But you've kind of branched into some more recent things too.
A little
like
bit.
The 80s.
We dabble a little bit, 70s and 80s, but the bulk of what we do is still 60s. Yeah, that's where our hearts are. So.
Well, and of course at the Lee Lockwood, there's a nice big area in the front. You think there will maybe be some dancing?
Well, we always invite dancing. When we first got there, they had carpet, that long time ago, and we tried to have dancing with country.
It's hard to
country.
Dance on carpet.
But now it's a wood floor, and we make people know that they get the mood, they get the feeling, the urge. Just jump on up and do some twisting with us, or bopping, or slow dancing. One thing that you can't do it in the show. There's so many great ballads, 50s and 60s. You get on that doo-wop, and even things like the Casinos, Then You Can Tell Me Goodbye, which came out later in the 60s, but was like, it's just great music, good to dance to. Mm-hmm. So we encourage people if they feel the urge to dance.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, I mentioned my Unchained Melody. Yes. What are some of the tunes? You ought to have a little bit of a set list?
Yeah, we've kind of worked out some things. We always like doing Roy Orbison.
Oh, yeah.
Orbison, so we'll be doing him. Some Beatles, of course, some Creedence, Clearwater Revival. So we kind of mix in a variety of performers, just kind of have a pretty good cross-section of songs, and do probably a little bit more upbeat than slow, because we think people really like that type of music. So we're just looking forward to being there and having a good time for everybody.
Oh, it's going to be great. Mm-hmm. And pre-show is Royce Montgomery.
Yeah,
you can't find a better Motown
Well,
singer.
We were trying to, when you have two bands, and of course you got that changeover in the middle on intermission. You got to think about, and we wanted Royce Montgomery, and a lot of times we'll have Royce Montgomery and or Ken Elliott.
Oh, yeah.
Elvis guy.
My gosh.
He's going through some really bad hip stuff right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, and our friend Bill Cleaver, our sax man, is the one that really reminded me of us that we ought to consider doing a double header. We're not calling it a battle of the bands because we're all friends here, but it does spur you on, to do the very best you can.
Oh, absolutely.
And the problem is, I'm sure with Morticians, which 15 songs do you select? And because you got hopefully more than 15 good ones.
Right.
I always tell people, well, we're going to play our two good songs later, so hang around.
Well, but you need to coordinate, so you don't have any repetition.
We got their list, and then we made our list, and we sort of outmanned the Morticians ourselves. We've got so many singers on our show cast, some that don't play. Then we got the three girl singers. Yeah, Lorna Wilhelm was one of our original starlets.
Yeah.
They were one of our original ones, along with Glenda and Carrie Jo. But we got 3 different ladies now, and then we got the band that sings, and then so we got a lot of singers, and trying to let each one do 1 or 2.
Right.
So it's a good problem to have.
Oh, it is going to be an awesome show. It really is going to be fun.
And we love the horns with J.R. Sanchez on
okay, is he going to be there?
Yes,
right,
and Bill Cleaver will be playing sax.
Mm-hmm,
so
good. He sings in my church choir. I know him, yeah.
Yes.
For a while.
Bill's
he's
only been around with us a couple of years, but he's been around. But I think Ralph Sparks, the one that introduced us to him.
Yeah.
We were looking for a sax player at the time, so.
Yeah. Well, again, this is going to be on Thursday.
It's
July always 11th. The second Thursday of
It is, except sometimes, like in August, the Ralph Sparks Gospel Edition.
Right.
We have to move it to the third Thursday, which will be August 15th, because of a big event happening with Eastern Star Ladies.
Okay, so they need the building.
So it wouldn't work.
Right.
So we moved it to the third Thursday of August, which still works pretty good for us.
Good. Oh, well, that's going to be great. It's going to be great. So pretty much every month, though, you haven't missed too many other than the COVID thing.
Only during COVID. We could always use more people to ensure that the funds come through at the door to help keep the. We have found in times when we thought about skipping or canceling or for a short period or long period when it wasn't going good, the people that come there, it's like a reunion. Mostly seniors. We're open to all ages. We have some families that come out. But I know that we know those folks are looking forward to that, and we partners feel good about what we're doing.
Well, it's a great service, honestly, you're doing, because it's keeping this music alive.
Yeah, that's right. Very
really crucial, isn't it, buddy?
It is, absolutely.
We think so. Mm-hmm. I think so.
Well, I like to end these little visits with a little questionnaire. It's similar to the one the late, great James Lipton would use on Inside the Actor's Studio. So I'm going to ask you these questions.
I think I failed it last time.
Well, no, you've done, but it's been 4 years, and I have forgotten what your answers were.
I think I got a C+. I try to be an A student.
Okay. What is your favorite word? We'll start with Buddy.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, all right. I've already used it. We were talking about how I overused the word awesome, but
I use it too much.
It's okay.
But it's a good word, and there's a lot of occasions where it's appropriate.
It's an awesome word, for sure. What about you, John?
Favorite word? As you can tell, I'm out of short words or some small. I think that's probably what I said last time. It's family.
Yeah. Amen. What about a least favorite word?
Can you use that on the air?
Well,
beep, 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 beep. Yes. Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. I have not given that too much thought.
Should have given us a heads up on this. We got to prepare better.
Yeah. I'm an introvert. I got to think on things a little while before I'm able to answer. So.
Well, they get harder.
Oh, no. Well, maybe we better leave now, Johnny.
Yeah, we get a least favorite word. Politics.
Oh,
no.
Okay, all right. Okay, what turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
I'm thinking.
Beauty before age. Go ahead.
Oh, boy. Well, I fail in both cases. I don't know. Faith is very important.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly looking for how I can express my faith and how to do that effectively and creatively. I think is very important, and it's an ongoing effort, and I kind of spend time every day giving consideration to that. Mm-hmm. I look for ways for that to kind of lift me up and to drive me and to borrow things from it that can be useful in a creative fashion.
Yeah.
Which subject are we on now? What do we want?
What
I got that short term.
What turns you on creatively?
No, I got that short-term memory thing going on.
That's okay.
What turns me on creatively? Well, I sometimes, and that's so hard to get a word, doing something that needs to be done that nobody else is willing to try.
Yeah.
So I don't know what word that is. because I've had the opportunity to do that a few times over
kind
the
of
years.
innovative. I mean,
Innovation. Okay, thank you.
Okay, or even seeing something that, a need.
Yeah.
And say, I'll fill in the gap here. I'll do that. Then what turns you off creatively or spiritually or emotionally?
I guess redundancy. When you hear the same things over and over again, and it just kind of get burnt out on stuff. And I think if there's too much of that, then it can really be a problem in terms of your creative areas. So I like freshness,
right,
and to think about new things, new ways. And also, as an aside, I've been very fortunate. I've been able to teach some classes in the School of Social Work at Baylor.
Yeah.
Did a couple of them this last spring, and what has been very stimulating are the students. And you get inspired by their enthusiasm and their interest in that particular situation, social work. And that really kind of pushed me forward in terms of how do I do a better job in a teaching capacity. So I think that interaction for me was very stimulating, very helpful.
Anything just turns you off?
Me?
Creatively, or spiritually?
I don't like most of the new stuff, so there we go.
Yeah, okay, all right, okay, that's all right. Then I'll ask you, Johnny, what sound do you love the most?
I like a saxophone.
Oh, okay.
That's the same answer. And of course, I'm consistent. Back when I get into music some and listen to Boots Randolph and Ace Cannon, I love horn sections, but a saxophone. And I was lucky enough to acquire into my band, Starlight's first, Don Franks, out of Course County on saxophone. And now we have Bill Cleaver on sax. But I like a sax. And I've always Greg Bishara. I mean,
he's fabulous.
One of the best.
Yeah,
I
Greg
really
is
like.
Fabulous.
And I've been introduced to going to orchestras too, and so anyway, I like a saxophone to be the one instrument.
Okay. So what sound do you like the most?
When you said sound,
it could be anything.
Music? Okay, my first thought was water.
Okay, I hear that a lot.
And not only running water, water from like the beach. When you hear the ocean, the waves coming in and all.
Yes.
So that was my first thought.
Yeah.
Relaxing.
Well, what sound do you hate then, buddy?
Any kind of like just real raspy kind of grating noise, like big machinery making a lot of racket.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that a lot too.
Same with me. If it's, especially when it's consistently going on. Or some heavy rap music.
You really don't like that, do you?
See, I'll say it. I like some of the hip hop, but just people driving their cars down is aggravating.
Well, I know you're both musicians, but you both have day jobs or had day. You may be retired. I'm still
selling insurance. Still singing.
Right. What other job would you like to have tried? What other profession is something you wanted?
Well, I know. I said this, and this is when I was a young man. I thought about. I like traveling. So I thought, and I never did go pursue it, but I kept thinking, I think I'd make a good trucker. I think I'd like to drive a truck around the nation. I want to go see everything. And then I figured out real quick I couldn't back a vehicle very good. I couldn't back a trailer worth a dang. So
not going to work.
At first it was, and I got kinfolks that are truckers.
Yeah.
I thought I want to be a long haul truck driver.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. What about you, buddy?
Well, when I was going to school, I'd always wanted to be a musician, but I have very limited talent. I've been fortunate in being able to surround myself with really great musicians.
That's the key.
Yeah, that is absolutely the key. So since I didn't use music as my primary type of profession, because that was in the social work, social administration area, I would really like to do more in music and spend more time and develop some skills in that area that I've not had an opportunity to do. And I'm actually trying to go back and do that now a little bit on the guitar.
Oh, good.
But, and
never too old.
It's never too old. Yeah, I've given up the guitar in my mind on numerous occasions, but I can't quit playing.
Right.
So I keep playing.
There you go.
And then every once in a while I say, well, I'm better on that. So it does get over time to be more improved.
Oh, good.
So.
What job do you know you would not want? Thank you. Don't want to do that.
Well, go ahead.
I know exactly. These people can do this kind of work. The parts people at a parts store where you have to, you have to go through all this stuff and you have to know where to find it. And you
it's a catalog that thick of
real
all the stuff.
Fast acting, Of course, maybe when I was younger, not so much, but yes, I wouldn't want to be a parts person.
In the parts department. Oh, what about you?
And I don't think I do very good in a call center. I don't think I would enjoy doing that and trying to sell things to people. I don't push people like that. Yeah. So I would be a failure.
By the way, I want to sell you that insurance now. Would you want
to
sign it?
No, get out of here. So.
That's right. I would be. You don't want to buy this, do you? Okay, one last question. And you've heard this before. What do you want to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Golly.
Come on in. You barely made it.
I guess that's the number one thing right there.
That's right.
But I hope to be able to hear that he was pleased with what I did on earth and that I met his expectations and what he wanted for me to do. And I was able to effectively discern what areas he really wanted me to focus in upon. Yeah. I think come on in. I probably is number one.
That's yours is extended. Mine was a short answer.
Well done. Well done. Well, it is going to be an exciting show on the 11th. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Thursday. That is coming right up.
Oh, by the way, we have the Brazos Valley Cloggers.
Oh, good.
Of course, they're always with us. They've been with us since day one. And
so much fun. I've seen that boy that dances well. He's a man now. He was about that big.
He's a grandson of Gene.
Yeah. And Gene bless Miller. His heart, he has been faithful to clog with the cloggers. It's going to be great. The Morticians are going to be playing. We got Royce Montgomery singing some Motown, no doubt, and the fabulous band there at Stars Over Texas Jamboree. Golden Oldies. Tickets again at the door or through Eventbrite.
Yeah, and there's a little slight fee when you do it on the computer, but you still select this $20 for the first 8 rows and $16 for the rest of them. So we have tried to keep our prices doable.
That's very reasonable.
Reasonable is a good word too, because I've always one that tried not to get too high on our prices, and maybe I cost us some money over the years, but we've got it now where we think it's hopefully a good deal.
Fun evening out. Well, thank you both so much for being with us for Central Texas Events. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production. In a world where dreams meet reality, there exists a place where your business can flourish. That place is Shopify. Imagine having the power to craft your online store with tools that make it as easy as a gentle breeze. Whether you're an artisan of handmade wonders, a creator of digital treasures, or a curator of the latest trends, Shopify stands by your side. With its customizable templates, seamless integrations, and support that's always there, your dream store is just a heartbeat away. Join millions of visionaries around the globe and let Shopify guide you on your journey. Visit roguemedianetwork.com/Shopify. That's roguemedianetwork.com/SHOPIFY. And embark on your free trial. Shopify, where your commerce dreams come to life.